Alright, let's look at the second part of the video of integration of exponential function. Alright, there are many types of exponential function. So in the previous video and this video, we talk about basic types of different integration of exponential function. So let's look at this this type of form where the fx is not a linear, it's a non-linear function. Alright, what is meant by non-linear function? A function that are not linear. Alright, very simple. Means that it's not ax plus b. So for this type of function, so we have a formula, right? We have a formula to deal with this. So I'm not going to explain why you're getting that formula. It's about differentiation here. So I will talk in another video about this. So the formula very simple. As long as you see that this is the product of the exponential function, and this function is the one that differential form of fx, then you can directly write the product to be efx plus c. So this is the formula, right? This is the formula in this video. So I'm going to introduce you some examples so that you understand in using this formula. Alright, okay, let's look at these examples. So we have integrate of 2x e to the power of x squared dx. Okay, it's compared to the previous video that you look at the power here, the fx here is a non-linear function, right? It's x power of 2. So it's something like this form, fx. So as you see that, if you're going to consider the fx to be x to the power of 2, right? So if you differentiate, you just try to think, what happened if you differentiate x squared? You're getting 2x, right? So you try to look at this with this formula now. So f prime x is the differential form of this. So it means that 2x is also a differential form for x squared. So this is your f prime x, right? This is your f prime x, and this is your fx, right? So it has fulfilled the condition for this formula, right? It has fulfilled the condition here. This is f prime x and this is e fx. As long as you look at this and you see that it's in this form, so you can just write your answer as e fx, means you copy back this. So you copy back, it means e x to the power of 2 plus c. As simple as that. Alright, I will give you more examples so that you're able to understand. Alright, let's look at this. Also very simple. It's a non-linear function, right? It's not a linear function, it's a trigonometric function. Doesn't matter. So we look at the fx, right? We consider the exponent, the power to be fx. So then later we try to differentiate. Okay, we try to differentiate. You know that differentiate sign, you are getting cos x, right? You're getting cos x. So you see that this is a f prime x, right? F prime x. And this is your fx. Follow the format of this formula. You see that as long as you see f prime x fx, then you just copy that. This is your solution. Alright, so you see that f prime x here, cos x, e fx. So then you just copy this thing, e sine x plus c. That's the answer. Very simple. Alright, okay, let's look at this. It's slightly different. So it's non-linear, right? Non-linear. So my fx will be x power of 3. I just write it down. So I try to differentiate. Okay, I try to differentiate. And I have 3x to the power of 2, right? The problem here is I don't have 3 here, right? I don't have 3 here. So what can I do is I can add a 3, okay? I can add a 3 into the equation. Alright, I can add up a 3 into the equation. So as you see that x squared e x cubed, so fx to be x cubed, right? So differentiate, you have 3x squared. So you're supposed to have a 3 here, right? So that you can apply this formula. So how I should do is I just add up a 3, alright? I just add up a 3 here, but you have to balance back, right? You have to balance back because why? 1 over 3 times 3. You are getting the original one, right? So now I'm adding the 3 is to help me to getting the f prime x. So now this will become your f prime x, right? And this is your fx. So after that you have this form. then the 103 is outside, right? 103 is outside. Let's consider this f prime x, e f x. So you can apply the formula. Straight away you write e x cubed plus c. So your answer is 1 over 3 e x cubed plus c. Very simple. You just add a 103 so that you have 3 here, right? So then if you cancel out, you have 1. You get back the original one. So balancing. So now then you have 103. And this thing f prime x, e f x, you just copy down this as the integration for this function here. Alright, this is another example. Okay, so if I have, let's look at this. This is a non-linear, right? Non-linear. So it's not ax plus b. So I just take this to be my fx. Okay, to my fx. So my fx is square root of x, as I know that square root of x is x to the power 102, right? X to the power 102. Then I try to differentiate. Okay, I can't see what I can't see. I can using this formula. I can't see, so I have to differentiate first. So f prime x differentiate. So differentiate x power 102. Basic rule. -1, right? Negative 102 minus 1, so you have negative 1 over 2. Then you are getting 1 over 2 x to the power 1 over 2, right? Negative 1 over 2, bring it down, become positive. So it's 1 over 2 square root of x. So, but if you look at this function here, so you can't see that it's having a so you can't see it's having a 2 there, right? You need a 2 here, right? You need a 2 here in order for you to apply that formula. So what I do is, I just add a 2 here. I suddenly add a 2 here. I cannot suddenly add a 2 here. So I have to multiply 2 here. Why? Because 1 over 2, if you multiply the 2, you are getting 1, right? Supposedly, you have this, right? But now you add up the 2, add the 2 on the denominator, so you have to multiply with 2. Alright, so that you can apply that formula, right? Okay, now let's consider this one. Let's consider this one. If you see that, it will be in the form of equals to 2, alright? So if you look at this, this is e fx, right? E fx. This is your fx. And 1 over with 2, 1 over 2 square of x. In front of the function multiplied to this is f prime x. This is f prime x, right? F prime x and e fx, your fx. So then I already in this form, so I can straight away writing 2e square root of x plus c. Very simple. I have applied that formula, and very simple, I can integrate this easily with this formula. Alright, let's move on for more examples. Alright, okay, let's continue with more examples, and you can assume these exercises. So, okay, this is a non-linear function. Integrate, it seems like very complicated, right? So, and this is a non-linear function. So, I just write it out to be x cubed plus 3x squared, and I try to differentiate. Okay, differentiate. So differentiate, I have 3x power of 2, right? Plus with 6x is very different. Okay, this is not the same as this, but I can see that after I factorize the 3, right, 3x squared, 3, 2, 6x. So I can see something here, right? Then I have x squared plus 2x, x squared plus 2x. So means that I need a 3 here. I need 3 in order to using this formula, right? Using this formula. So I just write out a 3, okay? I just add a 3 inside here. I cannot suddenly add a 3, right? As it doesn't exist initially. So I cannot simply, oh, I want 3, I just add a 3. No, I have to balance back 1 over 3, right? Because 1 over 3 and 3, you getting 1, right? You get back the original one. Now you need the 3 because you want to using this formula. So then now this is your f prime x, everything, right? So now this everything become your f prime x. And this is your fx. So, and this 103, you just copy down and apply the formula. Apply the formula. As long as you see f prime x, e f x, you just copy up this thing. Okay, so you just copy up this thing. So you have e x cubed plus 3x squared plus c. Alright, hope you can see the patterns. So, okay, I think that's all for this formula about the using of this formula. Alright, you have to get the concept and you try the exercise involving this formula. Practice more. See you.